Alright guys, welcome back to another video. My, I don't know, fourth video within a few weeks. I mean, new record possibly, who knows. I'm uploading a lot more obviously because of what's going on right now. But, yeah, anyway. Today's video is about my wish list for Smash Ultimate Second Fighter Pass. It's important to note that these characters are not characters. They may not necessarily be likely to get in, or they may just be absolutely crazy characters that would never get into the game, but they are characters that I want in the game no matter what. I mean, it's somewhat reasonable. It's not like, you know, oh, Goku or something stupid like that, but it's obviously video game characters that I want to see come to Smash, specifically in the second fighter pass. I would be predicting 6 characters, but there's only 5 because of the fact that a ARMS character was already announced to be in the fighter pass, and I took way too long to make this video. But without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Let's just get this one out of the way. I mention it way too much, but that would be, of course, Sora from Kingdom Hearts. I have wanted this character in Smash ever since I played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I absolutely love those games, and of course I want the main character from that series in Smash. We obviously most likely wouldn't be able to get Donald or Goofy into the game in any way whatsoever, but I don't care. There's enough original characters from Kingdom Hearts that they could use instead and put into Smash, like Riku and Kairi. Sora is owned by Disney, and that's where this starts to get less likely for Sora to be in Smash. Disney could just say, yeah, sure, whatever, go ahead and put Sora into the game, or they could immediately turn down the idea because they're greedy about lending their characters to other companies. Now that's out of the way, let's talk about a moveset. Sora is a pretty athletic character, and that would translate to Smash very well. Sora could definitely be a similar character to Hero, where you press a button and it brings up a menu that allows access to all kinds of different spells, like Freeze, Fire, Thunder, and Heal. There could be a few more thrown in there as well. But unlike Hero, I think it would be with a lot less RNG, or maybe none at all. I also think Sora would be a very fast sword fighter and be constantly bombarding you with attacks. For a final smash, I was thinking that he could do that thing where he seals a keyhole, but instead of pointing the keyblade at the sky or the ground, he points it at other players instead. Or he could point it at the sky or just anywhere in the air, and then all the characters get sucked in towards the keyhole. For a stage, I'm thinking either Destiny Island or Twilight Town. I'm leaning more towards Destiny Island just because of the fact that it looks way nicer, and also I would say it's more unique than just a town, because if you didn't play Kingdom Hearts, you'd just have no clue where it's from and just think it's some random town. Overall, I just really want Sora in the game. He's definitely my most wanted character to be added in. There's not much else really to say about Sora, so on to the next character. Now you might think I'm crazy, but I would love to have a Tetris character in Smash. Now you might think that a Tetris character wouldn't work, but I disagree. I think that a Tetris character would work very well. A Tetris character could either move around by rolling around as a square block, or by changing into multiple blocks and using that to move around. I feel like this character would be best in the air, just because of the nature of Tetris, where you're bringing the blocks down and everything's more in the air, and once it hits the ground you can't move it at all. So basically I think Tetris would be a reverse Little Mac. One move I thought of is like you leave a few blocks around, it's randomly generated, and then you can create a small line that would be cleared and deal damage to opponents. Honestly, it's kind of hard for me personally to think of a move set for a Tetris character, but I'm sure Sakurai could. One thing I could think of though is a final smash, where everyone is put into a box that looks like a screen from Tetris, and then you as the Tetris character play a short game of Tetris, making blocks fall onto your opponent's heads, which I think would be really cool and just one of the most unique things in Smash ever. And for a stage, it's pretty obvious they wouldn't have much to pull from except for a Tetris screen, where blocks would slowly fall at random, making the stage different as time goes on, kind of like the Mario Maker stage. Honestly though, I would love to see a Tetris character in Smash. A Tetris character would probably be the most unique character in the entire game, and that goes for the stage as well. Is there really that much to say about Waluigi? I mean, he's been requested to be added to Smash by so many people, and I'm honestly not sure why he hasn't been added by now. Waluigi, also someone to represent all the Mario spin-off games. Waluigi could represent games like Mario Kart, any of the Mario sports games, and Mario Party. For example, for a side B he could use a cart, similar to Wario's bike. He could have a move where he rolls a dice from Mario Party, similar to how they did it in Smash Flash 2. He could use various sports equipment to attack players as well, such as a tennis racket, golf clubs, baseball bats, pretty much anything you think of it, he could use it for an attack. In my opinion, Waluigi is really just a perfect fit for Smash, especially if someone like me can make up a moveset for him. For a final Smash, you could have your opponents on a tennis court, where you aim and hit tennis balls at them. Of course, referring back to where Waluigi first showed up in Mario Tennis. And for a stage, a tennis court, because of the same reason of his final Smash. Honestly, I just really hope he gets into the game, even if it's not within this game. So I have mentioned Crash before, mainly in my last prediction video. In that video I said Crash was a Sony character, and people felt the need to correct me on that. But the thing is, I didn't really mean it as in the character was owned by Sony, more of that he used to be Sony's icon. Like how back in the 90s, Nintendo had Mario, Sega had Sonic, and Sony had Crash. If we got Crash, he would finish the group of old school mascots. Crash also has lots of games to pull from, and already has a pretty good moveset made for him. So they wouldn't have to come up with very much, if anything at all. For a final Smash, I was thinking something like a transformation one, where he puts on the Aku Aku mask, and he can't be hurt, but he does way more damage to the other players. Kind of like Wario Man, but way better. For a stage, it was kind of hard to come up with something because if it was like a jungle stage from the first Crash game, it would blend in too much with Donkey Kong stages. So I was thinking maybe the hub world from Crash 3 would be a good fit. If Crash got in, I think it would be very exciting for many people, including myself, even though I have only played the first 3 Crash games. I don't really have anything else to say about Crash, so on to the next character. You may think I'm crazy, but I think Minecraft Steve would be a very fun and unique character. Minecraft is hands down my most played game ever, and I used to look down on the idea of a Minecraft character in Smash. I just thought it would be very stupid. But after giving it some thought, I now realize how amazing a Minecraft character could be. And just so I can get you on my side, I'll go through some move ideas I have for him. For a recovery, he could use a piston to launch himself up into the air. Neutral special could place a block. You could place up to 3 blocks, using this to block opponents or get height advantages, whatever you can think of. But the blocks can be broken by opponents. Down special would place a block of TNT. Using this move again lights the TNT using flint and steel. You could also probably use flint and steel to light small areas of the stage on fire for a short amount of time. For a final Smash, Steve rides on the Ender Dragon and shoots arrows while on the dragon's back. Now I know you can't ride the dragon in Minecraft, but it would be a very cool way to implement the Ender Dragon into the game because it's definitely one of the biggest icons of Minecraft. I was thinking for a stage they could do it in the end, where you fight the dragon, or in one of the end cities, or they could have a stage where it travels between the overworld, the nether, and the end. It could also be a village or a sand temple. There's honestly just so many possibilities for a Minecraft stage. Overall, I think Steve would work really well in Smash. I'm sure many people would hate it, but the main thing is, I would find it very funny to see Steve destroying people in tournaments. Also, the moves I came up with, I'm sure the Smash team could do 10 times better than what I did. And that's my 5th and last character I want in the Fighter Pass. Just kidding. Instead of just telling you what character this is, I'll describe it to you with a poem. He has no style. He has no grace. This Kong has a funny face. He can handstand when he needs to, and stretch his arms out just for you. Inflate himself just like a balloon. That's right. This character is none other than the man, the myth, the legend, Blankie Kong. You may think this is a joke, and to some extent it is, but I would actually love to have Blankie Kong in Smash. But it would probably never happen, so that's why I left him till the end for sort of a bonus character. The reasoning behind why I would want Blankie Kong in Smash is probably because of the fact that he's my favorite character in Donkey Kong 64. And jokes aside, Blankie Kong could actually have a good moveset when you really think about it. For an up B, he turns into a balloon and floats up the stage. For neutral B, he uses his trombone and attacks enemies with it. And for side B, he gets on his hands and runs around, knocking players down as you go through, which would just be hilarious to see. You're on the other end of the stage, and you see Blankie Kong darting towards you on his hands. It would just look ridiculous. I honestly have no idea what they could do for a final Smash, but I'm sure they could figure it out. And for a stage, you have a traversal stage that goes through the main hub world of Donkey Kong 64. I don't know, maybe I'm just losing my mind, hoping that Nintendo will actually acknowledge Donkey Kong 64 for once and reboot the game, or some kind of 3D Donkey Kong in some way. I may be going insane, waiting for this to happen. Well, that was my wish list for the second Smash Bros. Fighter Pass. Hopefully at least one of these characters will get into the game, but if it doesn't, that's fine too. Smash Ultimate is an amazing game, and I'm going to continue playing it regardless what characters get in. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If so, like, subscribe, share the video, all that good stuff. It would be very appreciated. I would also like to know what characters you guys want to see in Smash. I want to see what kind of crazy people watch my videos. Who knows, maybe you want, I don't know, Gex or something in Smash. I don't know, maybe you want Bubsy in Smash or something. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.